Hello, I'm Dr. Vivian Holloway, and I've dedicated my career to empowering older women to live their most fulfilling lives. Today, we're going to talk about something that might surprise you: the words we use. Words have incredible power, and sometimes the language we use holds us back. Let's explore 12 words and phrases that women over 70 might want to reconsider using, and how we can replace them with language that empowers and uplifts. Ladies, have you ever caught yourself saying something and then regretted it later? Words have power, and they can shape how others see you, and more importantly, how you see yourself. Today, I want to share 12 words you should stop saying if you're an older woman over 70. Trust me, cutting these out can change your life. Stick around because the last word on this list is one you've probably been saying every day without realizing its impact. First, let's talk about just. It's a subtle yet destructive word. It seems harmless at first glance, but it can undermine us. Have you ever said, "I just wanted to check in," or "I'm just trying to help"? When we use just, it sounds like we're apologizing for our own existence. It turns a strong statement into something timid and hesitant, but your wisdom, your voice, and your experiences matter. You've lived through so much and you've earned the right to speak with conviction. Instead of, "I just wanted to check in," say, "I wanted to check in." Instead of, "I'm just saying," try, "This is what I believe." It might feel bold at first, but over time it will feel empowering. Next, old. We hear and say this word all too often. There's nothing wrong with acknowledging your age. We've earned every year. But calling ourselves old can be limiting. When you label yourself as old, you unconsciously reinforce the idea that age defines you. You are not just your age, you're a collection of experiences, stories, and achievements. Instead of calling yourself old, focus on being wise, experienced, or seasoned. Say, "I've lived through enough to know better," instead of, "I'm too old to care." Own your age without letting it define or limit you. Then there's sorry. Apologizing when you're genuinely in the wrong is a mark of strength, but many of us use sorry where it doesn't belong. "Sorry to bother you," or "Sorry, but can I say something?" When you say sorry unnecessarily, you're apologizing for your needs, opinions, or even your existence. Instead of saying sorry when you don't need to, try flipping the script. If you're running late, say, "Thank you for waiting," instead of, "Sorry, I'm late." If you want to interrupt, say, "Excuse me, I have something to add." Overcoming the sorry habit takes practice, but it builds confidence. Let's talk about can't. How often do we say this without realizing the weight it carries? "I can't learn that new technology," or "I can't travel like I used to." Can't shuts doors. It's a self-imposed limitation. There are things that might be physically challenging as we age, but can't often means we've given up before we've even tried. Instead of can't, try rephrasing with, "I'll give it a shot," or "I'll figure out how." Replace "I can't" with, "This is new to me, but I'm willing to try." You're capable of so much more than you think. And should. Should is a word laced with guilt and obligation. "I should exercise more," or "I should visit my children more often." When you use should, you're scolding yourself or setting unattainable expectations. Replace should with "I choose to," or "I want to." Instead of "I should exercise more," say, "I want to move my body because it feels good." Let go of the should-haves from the past and focus on what you can do today. Now, ugly. Calling yourself ugly, even in passing, does far more harm than you realize. Your words feed into a belief system that tells you your worth is tied to your appearance. Aging isn't ugly. It's proof of a life well lived. Every wrinkle tells a story. Instead of ugly, start using words like natural, authentic, or beautiful in its own way. Find one thing to compliment about yourself every day. Your beauty isn't just skin deep. It radiates from confidence and love. Then there's lonely. When we say, I feel so lonely, it's not just a description, it's a mindset. It plants a seed that grows into isolation. But feeling lonely doesn't mean you're alone. Instead of labeling yourself as lonely, try reframing your situation. Say, I'm seeking connection, or I'm looking for new experiences. Reach out to old friends or younger generations. Your presence is valuable. And too old, too tired, or too late. This word creates limits. But as long as you're breathing, it's not too late to do anything. When you feel tempted to say too, replace it with empowering phrases like, I might need more time or support, but I can do it. Your abilities and opportunities aren't gone. They've just evolved. Next, can't complain. This phrase can shut down conversations and hide your true feelings. Instead of, I can't complain, practice being honest about your feelings. You don't have to overshare, but you also don't need to bottle things up. Let yourself feel heard and connected. Then, I used to be. This phrase often comes with a hint of regret. Instead of focusing on who you used to be, take pride in who you are. Replace I used to be fit with I'm staying active in ways that feel good to me now. Celebrate your journey. And it's always been this way. This phrase carries an undertone of resignation. But just because it's always been one way doesn't mean it has to stay that way. Give yourself permission to grow and adapt. Every step forward brings more joy and fulfillment. Finally, I'm fine. This phrase often acts as a shield. Instead of brushing feelings aside, practice opening up, even just a little. Being honest doesn't mean you're burdening anyone. It means you're letting people in. Stop saying, I'm fine, by default, and allow yourself to be authentic. These small shifts in language can have a profound impact on how we see ourselves and how we experience the world. It's about reclaiming our power, embracing our wisdom, and living our best lives at every age. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these words or phrases resonates with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more empowering content. Don't forget to sign up for my newsletter for exclusive tips and insights. And here's a practical life lesson. Today, choose one of these words or phrases to eliminate from your vocabulary. Throughout the day, pay attention to how you speak to yourself and others. Every time you catch yourself using that word, replace it with a more positive and empowering alternative. Notice how this small change impacts your mood and your perspective. Share your experience in the comments and subscribe for more tips on living a joyful and empowered life.